Brake, 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 brake. No! Oh, I hit the parking brake. It looks like we're doing it in situations like this. I wonder if I just... Good morning, flight... Actually, shh. Good morning, flight simmers. We find ourselves deep in the bush. This is bear country. Yes, I've downloaded this scenery pack today because I put a poll up on my Instagram account to ask you if you'd like to see some city flying or bush flying. And the majority... Whoa! The majority of you said... There's no bears down here by the lake, are there? Canadians are going to be shouting at the TV right now. Yes, we downloaded this scenery pack from Canada because I wanted to try out some bush flying. This is brilliant though. Look, there's a lake. Look, there's a little jetty. You can go fishing off the end here. And I also downloaded this little taildragger bush aeroplane, which I bought. This is a Carbon Cub. If any of you have flown one of these before, it's a taildragger. Now, just to let you know, if you've watched any of the previous videos so far in Flight Sim Week, you would have been really impressed by my flying abilities. Despite the fact I do actually have like a legitimate commercial pilot's license. But I have around 1.1 hours experience in a taildragger. Once again, I'm flying with the PS4 controller rather than using the mouse today. And look, I figured I didn't look sort of piloty enough in some of the previous videos. So naturally I'm wearing Ray-Ban aviators because, as we all know, anyone who wears aviators, it just makes you a better pilot. All right, let's go flying. Brakes were on. This works. Beautiful. It's like I was born to do this. Now, of course, challenge number one is just going to be a simple circuit to see if we can land at this strip again. Hands up, who thinks I'm way too high? All right, now we're going to go around on this. I'm actually going to... I know we've been mucking around in some of the previous videos, but I actually want to try and... I do want to demonstrate some degree of flying ability in these videos, if I can. This is a really cool plane to fly, actually. Like I said, I haven't got very much taildragger experience, and I've got basically zero bush flying experience. But once this whole sitting at home and not being able to fly for real thing is done, I'd love to do some bush flying. Oh, mountain. If anyone from the authorities is watching this, you know, Casa, I know a lot of you guys over there. This is just for fun. This is not a demonstration of actual pilot skill, so please bear that in mind when you see what's about to happen. Even now, first of all, this approach is much better. Got a nice long final approach. Can't quite see the runway at the moment. Get some flaps out just to slow us down a bit more. Alright, speeds are looking a lot better. Altitude's looking a lot better. I've got the strip directly ahead of us there. Trees, high trees over the top. This would be an impossible approach if I was still a member of the mouse gang. But PlayStation 4 gang, I'm just going to go between these two trees here. No one's going to mind. There we go. Looking good, guys. Looking good. Nice little bit on the left wheel here. Touching down. Brake, 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 brake. No! Why? How do I apply light? Oh, I've hit the parking brake. Attempt number 2. I'm just going to climb us up now to 1,000 feet, and then I'm going to get a little bit more flap. I'm making some bread. Okay, I have to put the bread, turn the oven on. This is a serious point for a second. It doesn't matter what kind of flying you're doing. When it comes to landings, if you can get a stabilized approach, like if you can get your aim point stable, if you can get your approach angle stable, if you can get your airspeed stable, that is, I reckon, most of the time, like 80-90% of the work right there. The rest of it is then technique, flaring, your landing ability. So even though this is an unfamiliar plane, unfamiliar environment, all I'm trying to do right now is get myself nice and stabilized, and then all I need to worry about is flaring and not putting the parking brake on when I touch down. Alright, that's looking pretty good actually. Over the treetops. Alright, here we go. Coming in. We're going to make this nice and smooth. Nicely lined up. Not too heavy on the brakes. Bouncing it down. Just let the plane roll out. Hey! We're down. I'm actually really happy with that. Now, someone told me as well about this. You can do Option R to get a replay. So I can just watch this back now. I can evaluate my own landings. Okay, looking beautiful. How's the flare? Oh, look at that, down on one wheel, holding the wheel off. All right, so that was called a wheel landing, where your front two wheels touch down and then the tail kind of dips down. What I want to try and do now is a 3-point. It's a 3-point landing where all three wheels are touching down at the same time. Let's do it. I do have to say, huge credit to whoever makes the scenery. Let's just go down this valley for a second. Let's go find some bears. Mr. Bear, are you there? Oh, this is beautiful. All right, cue some mountain flying music. Let's have a montage.
If I could fly right back to where I belong, fly right back to my home, sweet home. If I could, I'd take it all back, take it all back.
3-point landing, attempt number 1 coming up. Okay, higher angle of attack, higher angle of attack. Come on. Nope, 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 nope. Calm, 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 calm. Trying again. We can still do this. Plenty of strip. Oh, God! I think what I maybe want to try and do is see if I can just practice flying the plane along at a high angle of attack, first of all, without climbing. Let's see, that's looking pretty good. What do we got? 40-something knots. We're not losing any altitude at the moment here. Oh, it's so twitchy. Wings trying to drop. All right, no, full power again. Wow, huge respect to people who fly planes like this. There we go. So we're going to clear the trees. That's number 1. Clear the trees, and we're looking good. Speed, I think, is a bit high. But what we'll do is we'll land long. We know we can land long. All right, Trent Palmer, if you're watching, I'm sorry, mate. This, like... And braking, and braking. No, 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 no! I've decided the issue is clearly with the glasses and nothing else. Important lesson for you student pilots out there. The sooner you can start blaming the equipment you have as opposed to blaming your own skills. All right, slowing us down. Flaps around. Here we go. This time... 12 minutes until I need to get the bread out. Trying to be a little bit conscious with food supplies and also trying to learn new skills whilst you're at home, which I think is really important. So I've got a loaf in the oven at the moment, which does of course mean, yes, next week on the channel, it is bread making week. No, it's not bread making week. A little bit more power and then let the plane start to sink down by itself. No, line it up, line it up, line it up, line it up. That looked okay. The only way is to check the action replay. Okay, it wasn't exactly a 3-point landing, but it was a better angle of attack. I didn't crash. The only other thing that I want to try with the bush plane as well today here in this environment is, you've ever seen with those big fat tires when they get the bush planes down low over a body of water, lower and lower, until they actually start skimming the aircraft over the top of the surface, like water skiing and those big fat tires? It looks pretty straightforward in terms of the principle, and I get the physics of it, but I think the flying skills required to pull off water skiing in a plane are far, far beyond my skills. Hang on, just as a precaution. A good pilot is always prepared. Okay, now we're coming down to, we've got 500 feet, assuming the water level is 0, that we've got the QNH and everything set up properly. We've got 400 feet. 400 feet to go. We just want nice and stable, kissing the surface. 300 feet. That's 200 feet. Let the nose come down. There we go. Gentle movements. This would have been impossible with the mouse. PlayStation 4 controllers looking good. All right, 100 feet. 100 feet to go. Nice level wings. Level wings. 50, 40, 30. A little bit of power to level us off. Kiss the surface of the water. Here we go. Kissing the surface of the water. Here come the waves. Are we doing it? It looks like we're doing it. I do it. Because I've proven my skills in a bush plane to be, let's be honest, pretty unsatisfactory. What I thought I'd do is jump into a plane that we've been flying earlier in the week, one which I've got a little bit more experience with. Plus, I've enlisted the help. Please welcome back to the channel. It's going to be a bit of a tight turn to the right in a pretty high performance aircraft, so that's going to be interesting. We don't want to be too slow when we're making that turn. There it is. All right, nice gentle flare. Slowing. 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 I can't brake in this PC-12. Once again, the Stephen Drury mountain landing technique. Perfect. It's time to deploy the red rocket. Okay, we're way high, so I just need to... how are you, red rocket? You miss me? Full flaps. Runways... runway. The dirt strip is in sight. 90 knots. I don't think the Cirrus Vision Jet is certified for off-airport landings at this stage. But then again, we've been doing a lot of unrealistic stuff in Flight Sim Week, so let's just ignore that fact for now. Lining ourselves up to the right side of the runway to avoid those trees. Or through them. That's fine. Through them is fine. Through them is good. little bit short, little bit short. Okay, no, going around. Yep, everything's beeping. I think we had a hard touchdown. This plane, I think the plane... Have I damaged the plane? I don't know, something doesn't feel right. Okay, something's going something's going wrong with the plane here. I'm trying to control it. Oh my god. Okay, let's just... Yep, we're over 600 feet AGL, so do you know what? I think in situations like this, there's only one thing for it. Where is it? I wonder if I just... Beautiful. And let's just execute a pretty standard cirrus landing. Thanks for watching this bush plane adventure here on Flight Sim Week on the channel. Remember, just for fun, please don't try anything here. We're just mucking around. If you enjoyed that, give us a like. If you're new to the channel and you love your aviation content, click on the subscribe button. And don't forget to check out my social media at Steph747 if you want to vote on some of the things that I'll be getting up to in some of these videos in the future. All right, see you tomorrow. But what about the bears? Brace, brace, brace.